What's up, my healing stars? I hope you are healing bright, not letting the enemy take that light. My name is Trinity, and welcome to my channel. What about the healing? Let's talk real talk, okay? So, some of you may look at this and say, this is this is not all about the healing, but if you would like to go to all about the healing, that's where you will find my readings on on the signs and different things like that, and what this person do, what that. But this particular channel, I am dedicating for healing. I do a lot of, in my readings, a lot of teaching, but on this channel, I'm going to dedicate to teaching. Teaching so you can learn about what's happening to you, what your next steps should be, that you're not alone. It doesn't matter if you are the projected or the protected. I talk to both parties, right? The projected needs to heal. The protected needs to understand that they constantly are healing. They're constantly evolving. It's not ever over. So they still too, in some shape, form, or fashion, is healing something. All right. So that's what this channel, and this is What About the Healing. All right. So featuring Trinity. So thank you for spending time with me. I'm gonna make these readings kind of short, maybe about 20 minutes. But as we go on and more, then it would be longer. Okay. So what I got today, I'm going to talk about the projected, and I'm going to talk about the protected. Since this is, I'm going to act like, you are new. You may not know about why I'm saying projected and protected. So here it is. Projected. Projected are people who project. They project their wounds. They project their hurts. They project their energy, hurt, wounds, anger, bitterness, whatever, their feelings and emotions, traumas, abuse, toxic energy onto another person. They project it off because they don't want to deal with it. They don't want it. Some don't want to deal with it. Some don't know how to deal with it. And some just is so insecure or so immature that they really don't know what to do with these things, with these feelings, these emotions. They don't know what to do with the trauma, the abuse that they have actually encountered. A lot of it happened when they was in their childhood. So if a child doesn't really know what to do with trauma. But as we grow and as we learn from other people and seeing other people experiences and other things like that, or as we go and get older and we get counseling and we learn and we search and we dig to try to find solutions to grow out of those things, some people just don't. In their mind, it's too hard. It's too much work. They don't know how to do it. They want to take the easy route. They want to take the easy road. It's just too much work. It's too much involved. I need to hide my feelings. I'm trying to push my feelings down. I'm trying to not entertain those feelings because those feelings trigger me to think back to a time that I'm just trying to hide from. I don't want to deal with. I don't want to go back to that place. But the thing is, You're always going back to that place. You go back to that place all the time. Something triggers you. Somebody say something. A television show triggers you. Somebody say this key word that triggers you. You hear this key word. You see somebody's name that triggers you. You trigger. You get triggered a lot. You know, you get triggered a lot with this. So why not face it? Why not deal with it? Why not put it out on the table, lay it out on the table and look at it for once and for all and deal with it for once and for all? Why not? Why not? A lot of the projected, the reason why you don't want to deal with it is because the enemy, the one that's feeding your mind and your emotions and playing with your mind and your emotions, don't want you to deal with it. But when you make up your mind that that is something that you want to do, you'll do it. If you make up in your mind that that is something that you want to, that you're ready to heal and you're ready to move on with your life, and you're tired of being stuck and going around and around in the circles, then you will do something about it. Your word for the day is victim mentality. Victim mentality. Projected. The person that projects everything off on somebody else. The person who blames everybody else. Plays the blame game. The reason why they're in a situation they're in, or the reason why something is negative, or reason why they're down in the dumps, or the reason why they're not successful, or the reason why they don't have no money, or the reason why they family don't like them, the reason why they don't have all these things that they supposed to have, and all the money they supposed to have, and all the material things, the reason why they don't got a college degree, the reason why. It's always because of somebody else. It's always somebody else's fault. They never look within themselves to see the part that they play. That is a victim mentality. So, with that, today, we need to understand that that's not a victim mentality, a victim mindset. You'll never amount. You will never have any type of success, any type of abundance that you're supposed to have in your life. Because in order for you to have success in abundance, you have to be able to be your authentic self. And a person that's in a victim mentality, they wear a mask. They don't want to confront their feelings. They don't want to confront their emotions. So they wear a mask to hide who they truly are, because they don't want to deal with their past, or they don't want to deal with a situation, or they don't want to deal with hurt and pain that's really deep down in them that needs to be dealt with. They don't want to deal with it. So they blame everybody else and place everything on everybody else, so they don't have to deal with it. They don't have to take this mask off. They don't have to deal with whatever it is that they're running from. A victim mentality will never, ever reach the amount of success that they are supposed to reach. All of humanity, all of us was created to have a gift, a talent within us to build wealth. Who are you? Now, I'm just getting this right now. That don't have nothing to do with victim mentality. Who are you to want to wish and hope and dream for somebody else's gift that God gave them? You're not satisfied with what God gave you because you can't see it. You're wearing a mask. You won't dig deep down inside to see who you truly are, so you too can see how fabulous that gift is that you have. See, you're running. You're so busy trying to run away, so busy trying to hide. But what you don't understand is that you're hiding precious gems that's inside of you. You're running from precious gems and gifts and talents and abundance and wealth and all of that that's inside of you that God gave you. You're hiding and you're running from it. And you second guessing it and waving it and everything else and focusing on somebody else and the gifts and talents that they have when you may have something even bigger and better than that. But you can't see it because you refuse to look within yourself, because on that top layer, it's a lot of hurt. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot that you have endured, but you don't want to deal with that top layer. That top layer, to deal with that, to get to that gem, to get to that what you got inside, you got to get through that top layer, that hurt, all of the abuse, all of the neglect, all the people talking about you, slander, jealousy, envy, strife, anger, bitterness. You got to get through all of that. You got to get through all of these things that you've been projecting and all the things you have done to other people, because you didn't want to face your own self. You got to dig through all of that to get to those gems. Those are that gift. That gift that is in you to build wealth. All this time you running from yourself, the very thing that you want from this other person, that you want to covet from this other person. You got your own, but you got to get that first layer. You got to get that first layer. So the first lesson, the lesson in this situation, in the victim mentality, the first thing is you need to acknowledge. You need to acknowledge. You need to acknowledge that you're wearing a mask. You need to acknowledge that you're not being truthful and honest and authentic to yourself first. You're not being real with your own self. You're not telling your own self the truth. Because in your mind, and with a victim mentality, you believe in your mind that this person is at fault. But you have calm enough sense to know that that's not true. But you don't want to deal with your issues so bad that you believe in the hype. You believe in that mindset. But common sense tells you no, that this person wasn't there in your childhood. This person wasn't you didn't even know this person when you was going with this person who broke your heart. You didn't even know this person when this person slandered you and did these abusive things or hurt you or attacked you. So how is this person at fault? But you want to believe, you want to give this energy off on somebody else. But it's not going to work. It's never going to go off on anybody else. You could project all day, but it's still going to stay right there with you because it belongs with you. And until you heal it, you confront it and heal it, you just going to keep on projecting to this one, keep on projecting to that one, keep on projecting to that one. But it never goes away. It's always there. It's always triggering. It's always there. You have to heal it to get rid of it. It's still going to be there. It's not going anyplace. So, victim mentality. The lesson with the victim mentality is to love yourself. Now, I say it all the time on All About the Healing. All the time. All the time. Love yourself. What do that mean when I say love yourself? Loving yourself is simply looking at yourself in a mirror. I don't like this. I don't like my eyes. I don't like my eyes are slanted. Or I don't like this about myself. But I accept it. I accept my slanted eyes as a part of my beauty. I accept and acknowledge myself, blank, 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 blank. I accept and I acknowledge blankety, blankety, blank, blank, blank. You have to start somewhere. Small things, small increments. And self-love. It's not an overnight thing. It's small things, accepting things about yourself that you've never accepted. Accepting, you may don't like your body, but accept it. This is my body. This is the body that God gave me. This is the body that I have. And I accept it. And I want to look a different way, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. But as it stands today, I accept my body. Is the language that you need to tell yourself. Start to accept, start to acknowledge. I acknowledge that this blankety blank hurt me and they did blankety blank to me. I acknowledge this. I feel the emotions and I now release these feelings and these emotions. I release, I acknowledge it, and I release this unto whoever. You have to start speaking these things in existence. You have to start speaking life into existence, your life into existence. You need to start acknowledging things happening to you so you can release it. You keep running from it, but you won't acknowledge it. It happened. It happened. Whatever it is, it happened. Acknowledge it, feel it, and let it go. Pour in self-love to yourself. You're valuable, but you can't see it because you got all of this junk. You got all of this junk, all of this stuff in your mind about yourself, all of this stuff in your heart about yourself, all of this stuff in the past. You got all this stuff all around you. So you cannot see the value and the worth that you obtain. You can't see it yet. So that's what I mean when I say do the work. Do the work. You do it, you suffering. So you might as well go ahead on and feel the pain once and for all. Acknowledge it and release it. But that is your lesson. Project it. That is your lesson. That is your next step. That is what you need to do. Is to sit down, light a candle, sit down, listen to some music, some high vibration. They call it. You can listen to. It's on YouTube. High vibrational, the beats. Listen to that, and just sit with your own self. Don't be scared. Don't be fearful. Sit with your own self and listen to that music. Acknowledge whatever comes up. You either acknowledge it, or whatever comes up. If it's something about yourself, you need to change. You need to deal with that. And accept is either acknowledge or accept. That is your next step. Okay? If this is resonating with you, make sure that you subscribe. If it is something, because this is going to be teaching, step by step teaching. This is what Spirit wanted me to do. I'm being attacked on all about the healing, but Spirit wants me to teach. So even though I'm still going to do limited things, I'm going to pour into this channel. Not even going to bring my all about the healing in on this channel. But if they see it, they see it. I strictly want to teach people who want to be who want to be taught, who needs to hear this, and it's not trying to attack me or try to stop me from getting this information out to you. Okay, it's important that you subscribe, because this one video is not going to be the be all and end all of your healing. You're going to need so much more, and I'm here and I'm going to teach you, give you the information you need through Spirit. Okay, now I'm going to move on to protected. Protected are the individuals in this dynamic who the projected has projected or is trying to project all of these feelings, negative feelings and emotions and traumas to. It was two people in a karmic relationship. Okay. A karmic relationship is a relationship that we signed up, a contract. Way back when, before we came here, we signed a contract. We signed and we made an agreement that we were going to go through, we were going to teach each other some life lessons once we got down here. We wrote down which lessons we was going to teach each other. Okay. And when you came down here, you forgot, which is what was supposed to happen. You're supposed to forget. You forget. So you come down here, you meet this person. The bond is deep because it's got to be deep, because it got to be cemented. It's deep, it's strong, it's powerful. It's something you've never felt before. It cannot happen any other way, because if it's not deep, you will release yourself from this and move on, and then you won't learn your lessons. Right? So it's deep. It's something you never felt. You can't let go of this person. They can't let go of you. They're not supposed to let go of you. Not supposed to let go of them, because you got to learn these lessons. However, somebody learned their lesson. One person learned their lesson, and one person is stuck. Okay? That is projected and protected. So, projected is upset because protected has moved on. They have moved on. They have let go of this relationship, because the agreement is voided when one person out of the dynamic learned the lesson. Then the agreement is voided, and it's time that for the one person, whoever learned the lesson, it's time for them to go on their that big transformation. And then after they go through their transformation, then they're moving on to go towards their purpose and destiny, to teach or to heal or whatever it is that they're vibing, whatever it is. This particular person, the projected, the one that is left, that refused to heal, because while these people were together, they could have both, because it is situations where both people heal and then they go on their separate ways. But we're talking about one has healed and moved on, and one is stuck because they are afraid to face themselves. They're afraid to go through the hurt and the pain and the suffering, but they're going through the hurt and the pain and the suffering by stuffing it down. They stuff it down and then it comes right back, and then they hurt and pain, cry, and go through all that. Then they stuff it back down. Then it come right back up. They get triggered, come right back, and then they cry. Now look, this particular person, the protected, has moved on. Okay. Now, in the past, it took the protected a long time to get over this person. It took the protected a long time to heal from this situation. This particular person kept running, kept ghosting, kept trying to hurt and trying all kind of different things. But finally, the protected had enough, moved on, went towards their journey, and found a happy space and a place in their life that now they're functioning. They are really moving. They really are finding themselves, loving themselves, finding themselves, and they really are walking in a better version of themselves than they were when they were with the projected. So that's that. Protected. Your word is fear. Okay? Not just any fear, but your word is fear of the unknown. See, you have made a major change in your life. You don't look the same. You don't talk the same. You don't act the same. Some of you have really went, some of you have went really, really far. Some of you are vegans now. Some of you are, really into health and fitness. Some of you don't, you don't eat milk. You don't eat cheese. I mean, you just really all natural. Your hair is natural. You don't put any dyes in it. You just all natural, right? But if you had looked back, maybe about 2, 3, 4 years back, you would be it's two different people. It's totally different people. And that is that's not where your fear come from. Your fear come from you have made these major accomplishments, but where are you going? You have made these major transformations, but what is this about? You have some of you have your own business. Some of you have moved forward. Some of you moved out of state. Some of you really did some drastic changes in your life, but you've made these changes and now you're sitting up and you're saying, now what? You looking around like, now what? What am I getting ready to, what's going on? What's going on with all of this? Now, where the fear comes in is, for one thing, you need to understand that the projected is projecting fear. Their fear of losing you onto you. So you're getting fear that's projected onto you. You're getting fear from your own self, your own you're getting fearful. You're fearing that the unknown will not be successful. You don't know what's going to happen, and is it going to be successful? Are you going to be successful? Is all of this real? Now, your energy, this fear of the unknown, is what's being projected onto you. It's not necessarily you. It's not necessarily your fear. It's being projected onto you. Fear is being projected onto you. But what I'm saying is the fear is being projected, but it is coming in the form of fear of unknown, because you don't know what your future holds. You've done all this work. You've done all these things. You've accomplished all of this. You're not yourself. You're not your old self. You're a whole brand new person. But what do all of this mean? But if you will sit with yourself and meditate and get with source, this fear of unknown would not exist. This fear of unknown will not exist because source will tell you, the universe, the divine will tell you where you're going, where you headed. All of this fear, because fear is not faith. Faith casted out fear. You cannot have faith with fear. So, with that being said, the lesson here is to connect with source and not to give in and not to believe. Don't give in to the fear that you feel, because it's not yours. You have to recognize when something is yours. Let's just say if it's not fear. Let's just say, okay. Let's just say, no, because I can't say that one. I was going to say, let's just say you have a headache. And you just all of a sudden get a headache. But that's not a good example. Oh, this is a good example. Okay, so you wake up in the morning. And when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you rise, you feel sad. You feel sad. You feel like you just, you don't have any hope. You just sad. But when you look around, you got money in the bank. You got a car outside. You got gas in your car. You got money in your wallet. You got food in your refrigerator. You got a job. You got hair on your head. Your face is beautiful. Your body is beautiful. You are fully transformed. You truly renewed. You believe in yourself. You have faith. And you looking around, okay, but where's the sadness coming from? If you are sad and you have no reason to be sad, then you just rebuke that energy. It don't belong to you. You don't take on somebody else's issues. You don't take on somebody else's problems. You don't take on somebody else's stuff. If it's not yours, release it, rebuke it, let it go, and move on. You have enough on your own that you have to deal with. You don't need anybody else's mess. You're not here to clean up anybody's mess. You can help, you can assist, but if they not interested in working on their own problems and their own issues, then you're not interested either. They got to work on their stuff first before they can even ask you, even entertain you to come and ask you for any help. If they not working on their issues, and if they not trying to dig down deep and try to get some of that stuff together, they can't come to you. They can't come to you. No, you're nobody's. Nobody is supposed to be looked at as the be all end all. The only person is the be all end all is God. That's it. If they need healing, they need anything, they need to seek God first. And God has to tell you or whoever, you need to heal this person. You need to do this. You need to do that. Otherwise, you overstepping your bounds. So protect it. You need to pay attention to what is being projected onto you, what you're feeling, what your emotions are. And you need to connect with source. You need to get out in nature and connect with Earth. Mother, Mother Gaia. You need to get out and connect. Get grounded and rooted. You have all the knowledge, and it happens to the best of us. We get going, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, and then you leaving source out. You're not connecting with source. You're not connecting with with Mother Gaia, the unit. You're not connecting. So if you're not connecting, what are you connected to? You got to get back to source, and that is yours. That is your word for today, is to connect with source. And when you connect with source, you will then understand what is your next move, and where you going, what you need to do, and who you truly are in the next step, on the next level, and may be able to tell you what devil, because you're gonna have a new devil that's getting ready to make themselves known. So be prepared. All right, then. This has been your reading. Okay. All right. Tell me if it resonated. Let a sister know. Okay. Let a sister know. Hit the comments. Hit the emojis. Let a sister know you still rocking with her. All right. So, with all of that being said, thumbs up, thumbs down, just thumbs the channel, right? It helps the channel, right? I'm so excited for you guys to be teaching you this, to give you the step-by-step and take my time. I don't have to concentrate on tarot, nothing else. I'm just talking to you and giving it to you straight, letting source give it to you straight through me, all right? So, yeah. Share. Subscribe. Remember to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe and you just try to just look and and you don't subscribe, you will not be connected. You got to be connected. You can't just ride this wave. You got to be connected. All right? Connect through source, through me. Connect. Right? So subscribe. I don't have anything probably in the subscription right now. I'm going to work on that. But subscribe. And I will work on the description. Share. I'm trying to think. Oh, don't have my social media for this one yet. However, guys, it's a work in progress. We gonna work this thing. Just subscribe, and step by step, we gonna elevate. All right. So I'm sending you so much love, and I'm sending healing your way. And Trinity is